Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your boy, Denzamos. Now, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, Denzamos. Thank you for subscribing. I welcome the new subscribers. I also will welcome all the people who have been with me, people who are supporting the page. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares and the subscribes. I appreciate you all and I love you. Now, in case you're interested in supporting the channel, if you'd like to support the channel, all the information is in the description box below. If you wish to support the channel, you're all welcome. And in this subject for today, I'm going to talk about, I came up with a subject called the narcissist experience is a blessing in disguise. So what am I talking about here? First of all, let me tell you something in particular. A narcissist does not choose weak people. A narcissist knows who is strong and they know who is weak. And the narcissist, for a narcissist to survive, they only have got to feed off energy from the people they assume have the energy that they need or the fuel that they need. So they choose people who are strong. So you are not with a narcissist by coincidence, by some sort of a coincidence. You are with a narcissist by plan. They have already planned and they have already sketched their plan very well, and they have chosen you for a very good reason. And that reason is because you are a warrior. You are a warrior, you are a survivor, and you are much more stronger than you actually even think. Because actually even most of the people who end up with narcissists, it is unfortunate actually, including me in particular. I literally found out that I was an empath actually after enduring long periods and years of narcissistic abuse. So that is definitely afterwards I found out and I realized actually. I came to acceptance that I was actually an empath. And I can guarantee you, all empaths, if you're an empath out there, I will tell you this from experience. If you're an empath out there, you have got special gifts. You're a warrior and you're a very strong person. And you have got special gifts. And those gifts are yet to be revealed to you. But unfortunately, it is not going to happen when you're still with a narcissist. Because a narcissist's duty is to shut down your light and to dim your light and to shut you down so that you're not able to achieve your greatest potential. So the narcissists you see, they are very, very cunning and very clever people. Very, very big master manipulators. Most of the cases, what they do, when they meet you, they will do everything in their power. They will make sure that whatever power you have in yourself, with yourself, they are using it to their advantage. You know what I mean? Your light in itself is bright enough to lighten up a narcissistic, to lighten up a narcissist, and that's why they use you. That's why they call you a source of supply, a primary source of supply for a reason, because you have got the fuel that the narcissist needs. The narcissist knows that any answers they need to their situation, they are going to come to you, and they know definitely that you're going to be able to find the answers they're looking for. Anything they need, physically, material wealth, I don't know what is it, sex or whatever, they know that you can provide. And you're going to provide it to the fullest. Number one, because you're an empath, first of all. And secondly, because you have got that power in you that you can actually deliver adequately all the needs of a narcissist. But then the problem is, most of the people, and I don't blame people for that. I don't blame people, but just because I'm giving light on this issue, because most of the people end up blaming themselves. You know what I mean? They end up presenting and feeling sorry for themselves, how they ended up in the narcissistic relationship. Some of the people is even very, very hard for them to get out. Some of the people don't know how to get out. They are in there, they are stuck. You know what I mean? They have shut down their light, and most of the people actually cannot even be able to take full advantage of the power that they have within them. Because the narcissist dims your light, whereby they shut you down in all ways and in all forms, and they create a fog, a very dark fog in your memory, whereby sometimes you even forget the person you were in the first place. You know what I mean? So you can find that when you're with a narcissist, you have eventually forgotten the person you were before, even when you met them. Because you're going to realize some years down the road, you're going to finally realize that you are not the person you used to be. You were a person of light. You were doing so many great things. You're meeting very important people. You're doing great things for yourself. You know what I mean? You were running your own businesses. You were a successful person. You were doing things in your power in your power to survive, because anything you are doing it with your own power, natural born power and intelligence. So you are a very intelligent, beautiful soul as an empath. But the narcissist has done a very great job to shut you down and to make sure that actually you do not exist the way you're supposed to do. They only want you to exist according to their own design, not according to your design. That is why when they meet you, they shut down your light, and now they feed you with darkness. They feed you with their darkness, because now you start to live according to the narcissist manual, and now you don't even know the kind of power you hold. And I'm here to confirm to you, even some of my main objectives of this forum is to remind you of the power you have. And you're going to realize that that power now is going to reveal itself. The power you have got within you is going to reveal itself. For those of you who are following my page, I hope you're taking my advice, and I hope you're taking my steps I'm outlining in this forum to break you free, and now eventually to make you realize the power that you have, so that now you can be able to drive yourself to the life you came here to live, and to be the person you came here to be. And remember also to remember the person you were in the first place before you met the narcissist. So the narcissist does a very great job in shutting you down. You know what I mean? If you're a person who has been doing your own jobs, business, you've been a successful person, you know what I mean? You've been flowing with abundance. You've been flowing with beautiful people. You've been meeting beautiful souls. You know what I mean? You've been running your own business successfully. You've been doing things by yourself successfully. And then for some reason you meet a narcissist. Of course you don't know that it's narcissist, because for us as empaths, we all believe that, we don't believe that there's other people out there who you are going to meet and actually who are capable of meeting and destroying other human beings, other individuals, you know what I mean, on a daily basis. So we do not know about these people, narcissists. It's until you meet one that you're actually going to be able to identify who is a narcissist, and then eventually realize that there are actually other people there who are full of demons and who are ready to destroy other human beings. So you as an empath, when you meet a narcissist, that's when you're going to realize that now you're having a lot of brain fog, you're having a lot of memory loss. You're going to start losing your memory, because the intensity of this abuse, sometimes also it pushes you to lose your memory as an individual. You start forgetting things. Sometimes you can even find yourself forgetting the mere things you did yesterday. Even some of the things you've just done like 2 hours ago, you have already forgotten some of those things when you're with the narcissist, because the abuse is very intensive. They abuse you extensively to the maximum, whereby now you start to forget each and everything about yourself. You're forgotten even the person you are. The smallest things you've just done for the last 2 hours, you've already forgotten it. Sometimes even you're forgetting the things you're supposed to do the next day. You've lost your schedule and your timetable and your schedule. Now the narcissist has put you in their own schedule for you to fit in their schedule and do those things that they want you to do. But I can guarantee you that a narcissistic experience is a blessing in disguise. If you're following my page, I would encourage you to follow the proper steps. If you've noticed, or if you've realized, finally identified yourself as a person who is under abuse, you're under narcissistic abuse, first of all, you need to accept, follow my page, and then you're going to realize that actually you're dealing with a master manipulator, and you have already forgotten yourself. You have already forgotten where your power is. You have already lost your power. Then, eventually, take the proper steps also as well to make sure that you find your exit out of that relationship. Because why am I telling you this? Is because as long as you can get yourself together and put one foot out of that relationship, that is the only way you're going to now realize the kind of power you possess, you as an individual, as an empath. An empath is a very powerful people. Guys, you can do your research. An empath is a very powerful people, and nobody can stop you. when you start rising up for the things you believe in and taking your power back, you are going to realize that now you're the one with the power, and nobody. You've become unstoppable. You can go to limits. You can go wherever you want to go. You can do everything you want to do, and now you're unstoppable. Your power is going to return eventually when you leave the narcissist, and you're going to also realize that when you leave the narcissist, you're also going to find that now all the people who had discarded you, all the people who had deserted you, all the people you used to know before, families, friends, brothers, sisters, parents, people that had excluded their lives from yours because you were with the person who was a toxic person. Maybe those people have even warned you before, but you couldn't listen to them. Because you're going to find yourself that people are coming to you and trying to beg you. They're going to beg you and plead with you that actually you need to leave. That person you're with is a toxic person. You need to leave. But for some reason, you're going to be shutting them down and trying to put a deaf ear to whatever they are saying. Well, not because you want to, but because of that trauma bond, because you've been trauma bonded. So sometimes it's very difficult for you to leave. I can understand that. You know what I mean? All those people that have left you, they're going to come back to you. They're going to reconnect with you. All those friends you have lost when you were the narcissist, all of them are going to reconnect with you. And now that is when you are going to realize that actually, after leaving the narcissistic relationship, the fog is clearing. And now your mind is getting back in shape. And now you're able to move towards that direction that you always dreamt about. And now you have the power in yourself, the power within you to live your life according to your terms and take your power back from the narcissist. Because the narcissist has always made it a point to take the power from you. You know what I mean? Because for the narcissist, it's always about control. It is always about control. They want to control each and everything you do, each and every move you make. They want to be in charge of everything. And they want to make sure, they have always made it a point to make sure that they cut you off. All those people, because the narcissists, they are very insecure. They are very insecure people. They know that the more you get in touch with people, the more you involve yourself with people, is the more people are going to remind you of who you are. Because the more you involve yourself with people outside of your narcissistic relationship, you're going to realize that people, they will always, from time to time, they'll be reminding you. You know what I mean? They'll be telling you, you should have done this, should have done that. There will always be those points that the people will point out. They will remind you of who you are. And the narcissists, they know this perfectly well. And that is for that reason that most of the time the narcissists, they do a very great job to shut you down and to shut down your friends and family circles so that now they can isolate you. And when you're isolated, you know that when anybody or any person or anything or an individual who is isolated, the only person left in front of you is the narcissistic person who is taking care of. Is the narcissist actually left in front of you now, who you're running to for the advice. But then I can guarantee you that the narcissist is not going to give you any good advice. They will never give. They have nothing. These people, they are full of air. They are empty shells full of air, and I can guarantee you, you will never get the kind of advice you're looking for when you're with a narcissist. They will give you that advice, which is actually going to send you to the pit. Anything they are going to tell you is going to send you to destruction, because a narcissist is always, they are full of destruction, and their aim, their objective is to destroy you. So there is nothing, I can guarantee you guys, if you're on my page and listening to me, I can guarantee you, any information you're getting from a narcissist is sending you to destruction. There is nothing ever good ever going to come out of a narcissistic relationship. You are never going to get the answers you need, and you're going to lose people. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose your business. You're going to lose your sometimes even you lose your jobs. You're going to lose your business. On top of that, you're going to lose your mind. But guys, I can guarantee you at the end of the day, if you're a person out there who has experienced a narcissistic relationship, you have been in a narcissistic relationship for some period of time, I can guarantee you that it's a blessing in disguise. But the only way you're going to find out that actually you've even been blessed is after now, when that relationship is finished and now you've gone out of that relationship. That is the reason, that is the way now you're going to find out, you're going to discover who you are. Most of the people that have discovered actually that they're empaths after leaving the narcissist, that's when they have discovered, because the more you search for answers, is also the more you're going to be exposed to the fact that actually you're an empath. That is the basic reason why the narcissist, of all people they have ever known, they chose you. Because they chose you because they know from the inside that you're an empath and you're full of energy. You're full of light and you're full of energy. So they have already come to you for a reason. They have come to you because they know that you're the only person who is going to supply them that fuel that they need, the energy that they need, and the validation that they need. Because empaths, we're there to validate people. We always like to validate people. We like to help people. We like to uplift people. You know what I mean? An empath is not a person who likes to put people down and to shut people down and to make people their worst versions. We're not people like that. You know what I mean? So a narcissist knows that you're going to validate them in one way or the other. You're going to boost their energy. You're going to boost their vibration. They know that very well, perfectly well. And that's the reason they came to you. But then when they came to you, not only did they shut down your powers, not only did they shut down your power, the power that you have with you, and dim your light, but they have also done a very big job to make you forget the person who you originally, to make you forget the person that you originally are. So, it is a word of encouragement. The narcissist experience, it is a blessing in disguise. Your powers are going to reveal themselves, whichever power you hold, or whichever power you hold within you, it is going to reveal itself when you do whatever you can in your power to make sure that you get out of a narcissistic relationship. That is the only way now you're going to reveal the powers that are hidden, the giant within you, the power within you is going to reveal itself when you're finally able to drag yourself out of that relationship. Go on complete healing, on a healing journey, recover, and eventually discover the big giant within you. And by doing that, it is going to drive you towards your life purpose and become the person you came here to be. Guys, if that makes sense, leave the comment in the description, in the comment section below. Like the page, share and subscribe. If you like to donate, if you like to support this channel, you're all welcome. All the details are in the description box below. And until then, I hope to catch you in my next video. Share this video with the friends if you know somebody who needs this kind of information. Until then, it's Nezemo signing out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.